We're live streaming on Facebook. We want to welcome to What's Next Virginia / Virginia Free TV, our good friend, Dr. Bob Holsworth, who's going to update us on what's going on in COVID here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Bob, can you give us an overview, and then let's do some diving into the numbers that you've been closely watching. And I want to thank you for doing that. It's a great public service you're offering.
Yeah, it's been very interesting, Chris, because our numbers had been, had been relatively high about a month and a half ago, and then they were sort of reduced. And when they were high, they were being driven, particularly by Northern Virginia, what I call the core NOVA communities. In a number of instances, most days they were over 50% of the confirmed cases. In some days, they were 60, 70% of the confirmed cases.
Wow.
So what's happened in the last couple of weeks has been pretty fascinating, because NOVA, the core NOVA communities have really driven down the rate of infection tremendously. They're getting maybe 1/4 to 20% of the infections per day that they were getting 3 or 4 weeks ago. But at the same time, the state's numbers have bounced back up, not quite to where they were, but they've gone to approximately 800 to 1,000 a day in terms of confirmed infections. And what's happened is that the composition has changed. For many weeks, Hampton Roads had almost no infections in the core Hampton Roads communities.
Right.
And I'm considering the ones in the peninsula and on the beach side.
Right.
They were getting 25, 40 infections a day for the first part of the pandemic. And now what we're seeing is they're up between 400 and 500 infections a day there. So it's been really interesting on that front. And then secondly, the virus has now kind of extended its tentacles throughout the state to some of the less populated areas. So we're seeing places like Danville, the ICE detention facility in Farmville, Galax a couple of weeks ago had a big run. And so what we've now seen is the numbers overall are slightly down from their high, but the composition has changed dramatically. A lot more cases in Hampton Roads, far fewer cases in Nova, and then we're seeing some rural communities dealing with the virus far more significantly than they may have up to now.